Welcome, psychology enthusiasts and curious minds. Today we delve into the profound wisdom of the revered psychologist Carl Jung. A revolutionary figure in the field of psychology, Jung's theories and insights have shaped our understanding of the human mind and continue to resonate in our collective consciousness. One of his most powerful aphorisms is, "What you resist not only persists but will grow in size." A simple sentence, yet packed with layers of meaning like an unpeeled onion. This quote has been the subject of countless interpretations and debates. It challenges our conventional wisdom about resistance and persistence, suggesting an almost paradoxical relationship between the two. But what did Jung mean by this? Is it a cautionary tale about the dangers of denial and avoidance, or perhaps more profound reflection on the nature of our inner struggles? So what did Jung mean by this? Stay tuned as we dissect this intriguing statement. Stay curious. First, let's explore the concept of resistance in Jung's quote. When we talk about resistance in this context, we're not referring to a physical struggle or a force that's trying to hold us back. Instead, we're diving into the realm of the psychological, dealing with the mental and emotional aspects of our lives. Imagine resistance as an invisible wall that we construct in our minds. It's a barrier that we build to keep certain thoughts, feelings, or experiences at bay. This could be anything from a fear of heights, an aversion to confrontation, or even a reluctance to embrace change. These are things that make us uncomfortable, things we'd rather avoid than face head-on. Now you might be wondering, what does this have to do with Carl Jung? Well, Jung was a prominent figure in the field of psychology, renowned for his theories on the subconscious mind and personal growth. He believed that our resistance is a sign of the subconscious at work. It's our mind's way of pointing out areas within ourselves that need attention and growth. In Jung's view, the things we resist are often linked to unexplored or unresolved aspects of our psyche. It's like a red flag waving, signaling that there's something within us that needs to be addressed, something that we're not entirely comfortable with. And the more we try to ignore it or push it away, the stronger this resistance becomes. But here's the twist. Jung didn't see resistance as a bad thing. Quite the contrary, he believed that it's an essential part of our personal growth and self-realization. It's a tool that can help us identify our areas of discomfort and enable us to work through them. It's a stepping stone towards becoming a more complete, well-rounded individual. But why does what we resist persist? Let's uncover this mystery. Jung says, what we resist not only persists, but what does persist mean in this context? In the realm of psychology, persistence refers to the tenacity of certain thoughts, emotions, or behaviors, despite our attempts to suppress or resist them. Let's unpack this a bit. Imagine you have a fear of heights. You might try to resist this fear, telling yourself it's irrational or avoiding situations where you'd have to face it. But does this fear go away? No. Instead, it persists. It continues to exist, simmering beneath the surface, waiting to leap out the moment you encounter a tall building or a steep cliff. This is a manifestation of what psychologists call the rebound effect. When we try to suppress certain thoughts or emotions, they tend to come back stronger, more vivid, and more persistent. Think about it like a ball. The more you push it underwater, the higher it bounces back when you finally let go. But it's not just about fear. This applies to a range of emotions and behaviors. Perhaps you're trying to resist feelings of anger towards a colleague, or the urge to procrastinate on a big project. The more you resist, the stronger these feelings become, the more persistent they are. Why does this happen? Well, our brains are wired to pay attention to things that are important to us. When we constantly try to resist something, we're inadvertently telling our brains that this thing is important. It's significant. So, our brains naturally give it more attention, making it more persistent in our thoughts and actions. It's a bit like trying to forget a catchy tune. The more you try to get it out of your head, the more it sticks. The tune persists, echoing around your mind, refusing to be silenced. Yet Jung doesn't stop at persistence. He warns us that what we resist will grow. But how does this happen? Let's find out. Finally, Jung warns us that what we resist will grow in size. This sounds quite alarming, doesn't it? When we try to push away or ignore our thoughts, feelings, or behaviors, they don't just vanish. Instead, they often grow stronger. This is because our mind keeps returning to what we're trying to avoid, giving it more attention and power. Think of it like this. You're in a dark room with a small glowing ember. The ember represents the issue you're resisting. If you ignore it, it doesn't disappear. Instead, it's as if you're feeding it more fuel. It begins to grow, becoming a larger, more persistent flame. This is the phenomenon Jung refers to. Avoidance and denial can actually lead to the amplification of the issues we resist. They grow in size, becoming more significant and harder to deal with. So it seems that resistance might not be the best strategy after all. In conclusion, Carl Jung's quote serves as a reminder that resistance, in the psychological sense, can lead to persistence and growth of what we resist. Over the course of this video, we've explored how resisting certain aspects of our lives, whether they are emotions, experiences, or thoughts, only causes them to persist. Additionally, this resistance can cause these elements to grow in size and influence over us. Rather than trying to avoid or resist these aspects, we should face them head-on. This approach allows us to understand ourselves better and facilitates personal growth. It's essential to remember that our fears and challenges aren't just obstacles, they are opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mind of Carl Jung. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating explorations into psychology. Until next time, keep exploring the depths of your mind.